Well, I thought I'd do a video of some of my stash and old cars that I've cut up through the years. This is inside of a 53-foot box truck, 18-wheeler. It's NOS fenders and bumpers for wagons, quarter panels, plenty of doors, trim. This is after decades of hoarding parts from car shows or swap meets and cutting up cars. I figured everybody loves taking a peek in other people's stuff, so the organization is not the best. So at some point a long time ago I stopped collecting all kinds of other car parts and just mostly specialized in Chevelle wagons, but I do have a bunch of regular Chevelle parts. That's the back half of a 70 convertible, and the front half was just on the left there. There's a 454 on the stand there. My dune buggy. This is a car lift in a pole building before I got my building where my shop is at now. On the roof is wagon roofs that I cut off and made a fiberglass one piece. I'm going to do a video on that. Some posi rears, got about 8 of them. If anybody's looking for a BOP 12 bolt or 10 bolt, I've got them. There's whole front sections right there cut off of cars with the dash still in it and all the AC stuff. There's a redone chassis ready to go for my convertible hanging from the ceiling. There's another chassis right there for a wagon, completely done. I just piled stuff on it. There's another wagon. There's 2 back there, 2 wagons. No rust in that one. Another box chassis. Tons of steering columns, tilt. Couple gas tanks for wagons, which they don't make. Dashes, I got about 10 wagon dashes. New gas tank. Tailgates laying down on that. Brakes, boosters, suspension, it's all AC components across there, heater and AC boxes, tons of them. So then there's more, but that's just this one section. I've got another barn and a smokehouse. So these are just parts that are cut up. That's from some 4-door hardtops. That was a convertible. There's the front convertible section. Still have that. Yeah, I cut every piece up and reused it or sold it. I didn't waste anything. There's a Cutlass that was so nice it shouldn't have been cut up. So that's the problem, is people get mad that I've got all these cut up parts and using this stuff, but you have to understand, in the 90s I had a guy that would bring me A bodies for $60 a piece. And at some point when you get over 30 of them, you got to do something with them. And I sold the ones that were nice enough and cut up to reuse parts from the ones that weren't. And back then, nice enough meant if it didn't need full restoration. Today, people are restoring cars in way worse shape than I've cut up. And you can't regret it, because at the time, that was what happened. So yeah, a tree fell across a bunch of them. That was a tree falling on my 71 convertible. It wrecked the top on that. That one was rear-ended by an SUV while I was driving it. Bent the frame, bent the roof, bent the floor, pushed everything back. I mean, today maybe somebody would save that, but nope. So I cut it up, and that was a 454 4-speed 12-bolt posi with air and the third seat. And I cut it up and used every part out of that thing. One thing I was gonna add was this picture of this 71 estate wagon. There was a picture in it earlier where a tree had fallen on it, but what I had done with that, the reason the trunk is cut out, was that trunk pan, I cut it out and sent it to a metal reproduction company, and they made the mold for the stamps to make those. So the reason that that part is even available through some of these Chevelles catalogs is because I provided them with the trunk pan out of that car and told them where the replacement panel should end as far as the height of it, and they made the molds and made the product and offered it to me, but it was way beyond ridiculous to purchase it, to have the rights to it, and to sell the trunk pans. So I let it go and was just happy that that was a part that's now available for the wagons. Okay, take care. Keep on rocking it.